this tutorial I will discuss some of the basic tags. I listed down some of those here. These are like most commonly used. There might be some more, but I think if you know about these at least, you're good. Let's start one by one and let's see a demonstration of what these tags do. Let's go with the heading first. So heading is basically to specify header types, and H1 is like bigger one, and H6 is like the smallest heading. So let me show you. Okay, is heading 1. Let's call it heading 1, and let's change it 4, 5, and then 6. Save it. Let's open it. Here we go. Just open it. Alright. So you can see how it works, right? Heading 1 is a bit bigger and smaller. I can change these to 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 so that it looks good to you. Let's save it and brush it. Hope it looks better. So this is what heading is. Let's move to the next tag, that is superscript. I will show the demonstration in the very same file because it's a very small tag. Let's go to superscript. So superscript is basically when you want to show some text a little bit above the current text and in a smaller size. So for example, if you want to write x power 2, so let's write that actually, x power 2, right? So that could be achieved using this. You see, it's super. Now if you want something to be like, rather than here being on top, in the bottom, you can use subscript. Let's do that. Let's say I say theta down. Let's do it like theta down. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's make it sub actually. Here it is, right? It is in the bottom now. So that's subscript. Okay. Bold, small, italic. Bold is, as you understand, is both bold, and strong is like alternative for B tag basically. So let's do that actually. Let's do that. Hey, I am bold. I am also bold. See that. You literally can't see much difference, right? Hey, I am bold. I am also bold, right? So both are same. Small. For small text, as the name suggests. Let's write something inside small. Say, I'm small. Save it and run it. Yeah, I'm small. Alright. Next tag is italic or emphasis. So both can be used, right? So I for italic, EM for emphasis. Let's do that. Hey, I am italic. EM. So am I. I am also italic. Save it. Yeah. Both are italic. Right? It's for italic. And you have paragraph. Now, if you see here, everything is started to come in single line. So with heading, because it's a heading type, it was automatically moving to new line with some gap actually, right? But here, when you're using these normal tags, these were not going to new line. So paragraph tag can be used there. So basically, as the name suggests, it is for creating paragraphs. Let's do something here. Yeah, let's put P here, right? You can put like paragraph tag as this as well, or if you want to enclose in the paragraph, you can do that as well. Let's do this first. See, it goes down there, right? But suppose you have multiple paragraph tags. For example, you also have a paragraph tag here, then I would recommend that you actually specify paragraph like this, right? And keep it cleaner. You can do it like this. That's the formatting that you should be following so that things look better. Alright, so that's how paragraph works. Next tag is div. Alright, so paragraph, if you see, is like to create paragraph, right? Let's show you the div directly actually. So let's see these two texts, right? These are coming side by side. So let's put a div here. If I put it inside a div, I will explain what I'm trying to do and why what happens here is happening. Alright. So div is a type of tag that is of type block. When I say block, it means that anything inside div would be on the same line. But if you go to next div or not, it will automatically introduce a new line, right? Now you might say, why not paragraph? So if you see in paragraph, there's a default space, right? But here, those are coming right adjacent to each other. So there is some line gap actually, right? Line spacing. So that's the difference between two. Alright. Span. So if you remember, I just said, right, div is a block type, so span is inline. So if you enclose something inside a span, it will still remain on the same line, the adjacent spans or adjacent div basically. So let me show you, right? Let's see what tags we have got. Let's write new one here, right? So I am here, right? Now if I put a span here, and I am also here, so it's going to be in the same line. See, but if it would have been a div, because div is of type block, it would have automatically gone to next line, right? Or anything subsequent to this would have gone to next line, right? So div is of type block, it means it's a div, okay? And anything before to and after that is going to be separate lines. But that's not the case with span. Span is for inline text. Alright, line break. Well, you know you have to move something to next line, but you do not want to use a div. So something is like a complete text, and you are like, I can't use div. I don't want to make a paragraph. I don't want to like insert unnecessary line space. You can introduce a line break. Hey, I am here, and I say we are, say okay, I am going to next line, and we're done. See, that's PR. Let's move to next one. Horizontal rule. Okay, now I just demonstrated this all to you, right? These are some of the basic formatting tags, basically you can say. I want to segregate those out. How will I segregate? One way is to introduce a horizontal rule. Rule is like a scale basically. It will just introduce a line, right? Let's do that. Let's see. You see, to introduce these two lines. That's what horizontal rule is. Okay. Anchor tag. Anchor tag is for a link, right? So if I say I want to create a link to google.com, so what I would do is now with anchor tag you should be specifying one attribute, that is href, right? And let's say www.google.com. Now, the text body is the text that will appear as a hyperlink on the page. So I say go to Google. Okay, let's click on this actually. Yeah. So basically, okay. So it shows that we haven't given the URL properly. Let's try this out. But yeah, that's how it is. We might not be good with the link earlier, but yeah, now it is good. Yeah. Okay. So basically, what happened earlier was it took this as a relative URL to this URL, right? Took it as a relative URL to this, so it appended it here, right? So if you want to give a HTTP URL, you have to give it like full URL like this. Okay. What is next? Image. All right. Let's do one thing. Image URL. Let's find an image URL online. Okay. Let's just go to Google Images. Real quick. Let's get this one. Let's open this actually. So it should be on a URL. Copy image address. Let's see what we got. I'm just putting it down here. Just image address. Okay. This is a valid image URL. All right. Why I'm using this from URL? Otherwise, I would have to add an image inline that I will show you right away. But let's first do it with HTTP URL. Image shows. Put it here. Right. All right. Let's see what happens here. All right. You see the image, right? Now, image have got two more attributes that are height and width. You can specify height and width accordingly. See, now it's 200 by 200 pixel. Yeah, that looks better. So if you are like thinking to create some canvas where you just want to show the images line by line, you can use this. All right, let's add this image actually down here. Let's get another one to make it interesting. Let's get this one. Okay, let's download it. All right, let's save it to projects basically. 5. Alright, let's store it inside tags. Save it here. Alright, it is here? Yeah, the image is here. Let's rename it to a better name. Let's call it test.jpg. Okay. Now, let's add it here, test.jpg. Now, why I'm writing it straight away? Because it will look relative to this file. Relative to this file is this URL, right? It's right here, so you don't need to put a slash or anything here. Let's do that. Alright, you see it, right? Now, you might say if this file would have been in some other location, like here, what should have been done? Well, let's allow him to do that. Okay. Now, what you need to do is this. It will still work. Right? So you are saying wherever this heading.html file is, go one directory above that. So it is in tags. You go one directory above, you reach here, and that's the file. That's the image tag. Alright, what's next? Table. So this, let's create a new file actually. Well, let's copy this. Table.html. So table got many other tags, supporting tags for this. Okay, so let's understand table tag. So table tag is to create table. Okay. Now everything inside a table is a row, right? Everything inside a table is a row. Let me show you a table. Image. I don't know what table it will show. Okay. Matrix table. Hope it shows a table now. Yeah. So if you see this table, for example, everything here is a row, right? Then these are columns, right? So from that perspective, let's understand this. So to declare any row, you do it like this. You say table row, right? Now let's put TD in place. TD is for table data. I say serial number. Okay, and I say I have another column. So TD is basically specifying the column now. Okay, and I say serial number and then say name. That's it. Now I declare a new row. Let's just copy it over here. And I say serial number 1 and name is Johnny. And serial number 2 and the name is Frederick. Let's see it. Okay, this is like kind of obsolete for us, so let's open it up. Alright, so you see this has created a table for us, right? Now this doesn't look that good, right? So what we can do is, let's do it this way. Alright. Problem is the header is like not a header, then there are no lines vertically or horizontally, right? So those are like borders you can give by using style, right? But as of now, like I'm not discussing the style tag, so we won't go with any of the border things, right? But whatever attributes and whatever details we have, we will discuss those. And what I'm thinking is let's see the style as well. If you know, that's good. Otherwise, you can see other tutorials of mine where I'm explaining the style attribute completely. Alright. Now the problem is this header doesn't look good. So let's make it a header actually. So you can do th for table headers. th h, yeah. This is a table header now, right? So see, this is bold. Now you can specify t-head as well for table head. That's fine, completely fine. Okay. Now table got two properties: cell spacing, well, attributes, cell spacing and cell padding. Cell padding, cell spacing. Spacing is the space between cells. Cell padding is the padding of a cell. Say I say 10px. So cell padding is the padding of the cell, 10px overall. Cell spacing is the space between cells. Say I say 20px. So it is the space between the cells. So let's just remove this cell padding so that you can understand it. See, this is the space between cells, the 20px. Alright, let me introduce a border actually. Style, border, 1px solid, green. Let's see if it works first. Alright, it works. Alright, let's see, every cell is having the border, right? Now, cell spacing is the spacing out here. Cell padding is the padding inside the cell. Let's remove this. Let me show you. See? That's what I wanted to show you. Right? Alright. So we got to understand cell spacing and cell padding. That's a little bit about tables, but you can do a lot more by formatting the tables. Next up is unordered list and ordered list. Let's create a copy from rid of this. Okay, so ordered and unordered list. So unordered list is where you see bullets basically, right? And ordered list is where you see numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So unordered list is having this as tag, right? And for list, you specify items by li. Li stands for list item. So list item, say 1, and then I say 2, 3, and 4. Now let's open it up. Right? You see, this is an example of an ordered list. You can anytime see the attributes, right? Well, if you are using a good IDE, you can see a lot of attributes. Why I said that? Because UL have attribute list style. You can specify list style as none, and this will go away. Let's try that actually. Style list. I think it is the same. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I'm right about this. So this style, none. So there are like multiple values to this, but you can always check those on Google, like what those values are. But yeah, if you want to remove these bullets, you can just do this style, none. I was a little bit less confident about that, but yeah, that's like, you have to remember a lot of things with HTML, right? It's all about remembering those because it's interpreted, right? So yeah, sometimes you forget. So Google is the last resort there. You can always go there and check. Alright, let's go for an ordered list. I'll just copy it over and do nothing other than just making it OL. Ordered list. Now it is ordered. Why it is not showing it? Because of this. Yeah, it shows you 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's the ordered list. So anytime you want to create a list, you can do it like this. And to any list item, now you can give any property. Well, when I say property, well, I mean like you can provide here any of the attributes, or you can actually enclose it inside a tag. For example, you can say I. So nesting of tags is completely fine in HTML, right? Okay, what's next with us? Okay, we are done. Now, one more thing. In my first tutorial about basics of HTML, I forgot to tell one thing that I think is the right time to tell here on this video, that HTML is case insensitive. You can write the tags in small case, uppercase, all are fine. Let me show you. So if I write these tags like this, it's perfectly fine, nothing wrong, right? It's working the same way as earlier. And I think this goes with one more thing. I should add that actually. Let's add it. That's a very important thing. That's comments. Of course, you might want to do some comments. How do you do that? Comment tag is this. Let's see it in action. Let's go to the list one actually, and let me say it like this. So as a tab, you might want to put in place some text like unordered list example, right? And then in next one you could say ordered list example. Yep. And because it's a command, it won't render here, right? But it would be there in your code. Let's see the shows actually. Let's click on this. See, the comment is still there in the shows, right? But it won't be displayed over here on the page. So this is all about some basic tags of HTML. If you know these, you can, I would say like you would be writing a very good page or a page that is like excellent on UI, because we haven't touched a style part yet. But knowing these tags makes you faster. You can do a lot of things with tags. You can do a lot of things with CSS. You can do a lot of things with both, right? But both have their own value. You have to decide when you want to use a tag and when you want to use styling, or when you want to go for external styling. So there are a lot of things, right? But yeah, for this tutorial, it is only all about these basic tags. So thanks a lot, and please don't forget to subscribe for upcoming videos on HTML. Thank you.